Hello and welcome to Solomoriah Speaks, episode 26, 2025 Easter releases. I said a while back that I had several books we wanted to get out all at one time in a group before Easter of 2025. We've been mostly successful. Most of the books that I had hopes of seeing in print have been gotten into print. So I'm going to go over them real quick with you today. We're going to start with TL1, Beneath the Silver Spire, Todd Lyon's first published adventure. Todd is the author of, I'll try to get this right, Chrysogon's Koteri. That is not how I pronounced it the first time I read it, and I've since watched his video about it, and I think I'm maybe getting the pronunciation about right. But this is a pretty wild adventure. I did the editing on it, and did the last pass of editing on it, and it's a pretty good book. I'd like to credit the cover artist. I think the proper pronunciation is S. Ender Thiel, but it may be Thiel or Thiel. I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm not good with names in print. Hopefully he'll correct me. At any rate, that's the first one we have out. We also have My Peril at the Rock. This is the adventure from the 2024 Basic Fantasy Adventure Binge. It's a 4-part adventure meant to be used in binge format, and we have it both in the alternate cover and the standard cover versions. Cover art by Gabe Fua. Thank you, Gabe. It's really amazing. You nailed it. Now, those are the new books we have out. We also have reissues under Creative Commons of some books, including both Monkey Isle and Saga of the Giants by J.D. Neal. These are books we've had out for a while under OGL. They're now available under the Creative Commons license. Saga of the Giants in particular got a few new pieces of artwork and quite a bit of fine detail editing done on it. It is the better and the thicker for it. This is quite a huge book. I have not run Monkey Isle. I have run parts of Saga of the Giants. It really is quite big. A giant book, as it were, and it's fantastic. It's really some good stuff. Also, finally, the last of the BF series modules, my modules, BF 3 Strongholds of Sorcery, out under Creative Commons license. Again, this is a book we've had out before. It's just been updated to Creative Commons and gotten out for everybody. If you have the earlier versions of any of those 3 books, there's no reason why you need to buy the new ones. There's fine editing changes, but that's about it. Anyway, Adventure Anthology 3 has been updated. You'll note that the cover indicates it's still an OGL book. Unfortunately, we'll probably never be able to get Adventure Anthology books out of the OGL because the authors are too hard to contact. Some of these people are just out of reach. If you authored an adventure in any of the Adventure Anthology series and you haven't sent me a consent email, check in with me at the forum or check in with me by email, and I'll let you know what I need from you so I can bring your adventure into the Creative Commons licensing, and maybe we can get this done. But as it stands right now, there are just too many authors for the adventures in these books that we cannot contact to get consent from them so we can change the license. But there were several minor editing changes to this book that we needed to get done, and we have done them. I will mention at this point, any of these books that we have here, they're on our downloads page. You can download them for free in PDF. There is a place on the downloads page for each of these books where it says how many comments have been made. That's a button. Click that. It'll take you to the comments thread for the book. If you're curious what we've changed, we will have discussed it, and sometimes in excruciating detail, in the threads for the comments for each of these adventures or each of these books. So if you want to know what we changed, that's where you want to look to find out. It's all there in black and white, or mostly anyway. Finally, the last release, and this is probably in most ways the least important release, we have updated the Basic Fantasy RPG Core Rules 4th edition to Release 142. The previous print release, Release 140, had errors in the table of contents numbers. And we corrected that. It took 2 release numbers to get it all right, but we made corrections to that, and this is the new one. Now, all the books I'm showing you today are proof copies from Drive-Thru-RPG. Drive-Thru-RPG has the core rules in the alternate cover updated to the release 142. They don't have the standard cover yet. We've just started that. It took a month to go through their process of submitting files, getting approval, and ordering and receiving proof copies just to get the alternate cover version updated. It is slow. It's a slow process. For that reason, I don't do the alternate cover and the main cover at the same time on Drive-Thru, because I don't want to have all the core rules unavailable. They make them unavailable during the release cycle process. The other 2 vendors we work with, Lulu and Amazon, don't do that. If you go to Lulu or Amazon.com right now to download to purchase copies of the core rules, both the standard and the alternate covers are available, and they're updated to release 142. I just can't do it that way for Drive-Thru-RPG. We did kind of stage things out this time so that all the vendors would have most of the books all at one time, which means that those books that were reissues were unavailable on Drive-Thru for a while. Anyway, if you want to buy these books in print, there'll be a link in the description below that goes to the page on the website, the page on the forum, where we discuss the Easter releases, where I announce them as they came out. All the links are there to buy these books in all the formats they're currently available in from all 3 vendors. You can also go to the main website, basicfantasy.org. At the top of the screen, up there in the upper right corner, there are a couple of big buttons. The one that says Buy the Books. You click that, it'll take you to a page that lists all of the books that we have available in print from all the different sources you can buy them from. Right now, it's a better choice than going to the downloads page. If you go to the downloads page, you won't be able to find links to the alternate cover versions. So that's just not how I set the downloads page up when I created it. So if you want to buy any of the stuff and you're not sure where to get it, go to the main website, basicfantasy.org, hit that big green button, and go from there. You'll find everything you need on that page. So that's the Easter releases. Quite a pile of books there. I would like to talk a little bit about my public appearances for this year, places I'm going to be, and where you can come and hang out, play games, if you're interested. I have already had a long lunch game. I do long lunch games on an irregular schedule. A long lunch game virtually always runs from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. on a weekday. I had one in St. Charles a couple weeks ago. It was great. I really enjoyed coming down there and seeing everybody. And we'll have one sometime in October. I don't have the date in mid-October. That will again be a long lunch game in Kansas City, Missouri. I'm not sure if we'll continue having them after that or not, but anyway, mid-October, Kansas City, Missouri. Be watching the Facebook group or the forum for announcements about that. But that's out there. That's kind of at the end of the list. May 3rd, I'm going to be participating in a 24-hour stream for Ukraine relief. I'm not going to be on the stream for 24 hours. I'm going to get on the stream at 2 p.m. Central Time, 8 p.m. UK time, which is where the stream is being run from. There's information about this event on the description at the bottom here, and also on the Facebook group. This is a fundraiser for Ukraine relief, and so if you want to participate, you have to make a donation. As far as I understand it right now, 2 people have already joined. We've got 5 slots total, so there's 3 spaces left for people. We'll be using Zoom for audio, video, although I don't imagine I'll probably use the video much myself, but we'll be using Zoom for the audio anyway, and as I understand it, and then we'll be using Roll20 as a virtual tabletop. If you are the kind of person that likes theater of the mind, I'll try to work with you, but normally I use Roll20. Normally I do things with a virtual tabletop, so that's how things are. Okay, so actual public appearances starting with QuinCon 38, July 18th through July 20th is the dates for QuinCon, but I'll only be there Friday the 18th and Saturday the 19th. I'll probably run one evening session on Friday and one and one morning session, on Saturday. I have found that afternoon sessions on Saturdays don't usually work out. I can't usually fill a table because their auction tends to suck all the air out of the room. I'm not sure if I'm going to run Basic Fantasy for both sessions or I'm going to run Iron Falcon for one of them. I'll make that decision closer up. But at this point, I am going to be at QuinCon those days. And again, there'll be a link for all this in the description below. We'll be having the Basic Fantasy Adventure Binge 2025 at FallCon 2025 at the Oakley Lindsay Center in Quincy, Illinois. This will be on September 12th and 13th. The convention runs through Sunday the 14th, but I will only be there the Friday and the Saturday for this also. Briefly, for anyone who hasn't heard about the Binge, last year, the first Binge, 2024 Binge, we ran a 4-part adventure. That is what that AB1 Peril at the Rock is that I mentioned down there below. That is a 4-part adventure that was meant to be run at the Binge. It was designed for that purpose. The Binge consists of 2 days of play, 2 3.5-hour sessions with an hour intermission on each day, and there was one continuous adventure from the beginning to the end. The adventure was set up so that people could join in the middle and that would be okay. But this year, I'm going to do it a little differently. I'm going to have two-part adventures. One for Friday, one for Saturday. So whichever day or days you can make it for, you'll get to participate in full adventures. You'll play 2 sessions with an intermission in between. Make it both days, you get to play 2 adventures. In Binge format, we have up to 4 tables, and I rotate from table to table as a game master. Each half session, basically, each session group, or each 3.5-hour game period. I'm having trouble with the vocabulary for this. Volunteer GMs will game master at the tables when I'm not there, and they will play when I'm there. So we have some flexibility there. I will run tables 1 and 2 on Friday, table 3 and 4 on Saturday. Last year we didn't have enough people to fill all 4 tables on the first day on Friday, but we did on Saturday. So I arranged matters so I could split the group at table 3 between tables 3 and 4 and add the new people on there, and they got to sit down with me and play. We're going to try to work something similar out this year. Remains to be seen how that goes. You can sign up for the Adventure Binge now on warhorn.net, and there'll be a link in the description. And I believe sign-ups for QuinCon 38 may be open, at least for badges, but I haven't got the games out there yet, so we'll have to get to that. Now that is, the Adventure Binge will be, again, September 12th, 13th. Well, the Binge is 12th and 13th of September of this year. The convention runs through the 14th, but I won't be there on the 14th. Finally, the last public appearance that I know about right now will be Nuke-Con, October 3rd through the 5th, 2025. I've been invited as a guest. That is in Council Bluffs, Iowa, which is Omaha, Nebraska area. I've been invited as a guest. I'll be running probably 5 sessions, 2 on the Friday the 3rd, 2 on the Saturday the 5th, and probably Saturday the 4th, and 1 on Sunday the 5th. That's where I'm standing right now. I'll also be in their guest area, probably in the evenings, at least for a while, on Friday and Saturday to meet people. I'll have books there and so forth. So come out and see me if you're in the area, if you're able to attend. I won't be running a binge or anything like that. It'll just be ordinary game sessions, and I've only just begun to work out the exact list of what I want to run for that. I want to thank the Nuke-Con staff, the Nuke-Con organizers, for inviting me. This is great. I think this is fantastic. I really look forward to getting up there and meeting some new people and playing some games. I think that's it. I think I've covered everything. Like I said, information's in the description below, both for the books that you may be interested in purchasing, If you want to, again, you don't have to. Go download them for free off the website. We're perfectly happy with that. And the information about the public appearances that I have planned at this point will all be down there in the description below. Thanks for listening. Appreciate your time. Have a nice day.